Hey pals, how are you doing? I have been looking for a packer with very specific characteristics for a while now, and I've been fairly transparent with you. I have spoken about how I don't like how sweaty silicone prosthetics get, that I worry about the flippage of packers that are inside your pants and whether or not you're going to go outside and have an accidental boner because your little friend just decides to turn around. I've reviewed quite a few packers that have been kindly gifted to me, and today Trans Guy Supply has come to the rescue because I think I have found my favourite packer of all time. There is a giveaway with all of these items in it, but I'm not going to tell you how to enter that until the end, and it's not like all my other ones. So don't be just commenting saying why you want the product, because you won't get it. All of the stuff that I'm showing you in this video is gifted, but again, I reached out to the company, I found them, and I was like, hey, do you want to collaborate so that you can send me things to review and I can give away some of the stuff that you send me? That would be great, thanks. And obviously they said yeah, because they're great. Trans Guy Supply has a bunch of different things on their website to kind of aid with lessening dysphoria. They sell packers and binders and accessories and t-shirts and underwear. They sell harnesses and pouches and STPs, so definitely check out their website if you want. I feel like a lot of time when we talk about packers, we talk about super realistic packers, and we talk about realistic testicles or realistic skin folds and foreskin and sizes and things that make it as realistic as possible. While it's great to have something that is yours that feels really realistic and looks really realistic, I feel like it can be nice to have something that you don't really have to think about that much. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you might prefer something that doesn't look as phallic as some of the other packers that are out there. Some people might not like the appearance of penises or have traumatic experiences that, although they want to bulge, it can be triggering to see penises, which is a really tricky situation to be in, especially if you have lower dysphoria and want a penis. Otherwise, if you are like me, it can just be a bit more comfortable, less sweaty. I also think something like the foam insert that is so designed to fit around your body is gonna have less chance of flipping over in your underwear. And I cannot tell you the number of times I have even just tried wearing a packer around the house, and after about 10 minutes it flips and I've got a massive wiener that I don't want, kind of. If you're looking at this one and you're thinking, why is it looking so weird and messed up? What have you been doing with it? Don't worry, I just put it in the wash. I didn't know how to wash it, and I didn't have packing pouches or specific boxes that it was safe to use with. So I was like, I should probably clean it after a couple of days of wearing it, and I put it in the washing machine, and it turns out they're not washing machine safe. So all that really happens is the fabric comes away from the foam, but it's still perfectly usable. Sometimes foam inserts will be used by models that want to either smoothen out or increase the size of their bulge, particularly in like underwear model shoots. If you see someone with like a really smooth bulge, they might be wearing one of these. So I have another version of a foam insert, which is the EZ Bulge in white. This is really similar to the other one I showed you, but it has an imprint of a penis on it. I assume that these are also used for similar purposes to foam inserts, where models will wear them so that it looks smooth but gives you the appearance of a penis. I mentioned there being alternative, cheap, more realistic, some might say, packers on the website, and there definitely is. One packer that is available on there that a lot of people are familiar with is the Mr. Limpy, and I have a small Mr. Limpy with me here, but as you can see, it is not small in the slightest. I would consider this a very large flaccid penis, and a slightly large erect penis. I find that with most packers that I have seen, the shaft is a lot heavier than the balls, so it's kind of automatically pulling down so that the packer is kind of at a right angle to you rather than flush with your body. People at Trans Guy Supply gave me some packing underwear to kind of show you how it can be used. The bulge that is given with the Mr. Limpy and the foam inserts are very similar, if not the same. I would say that the only difference is that one is a lot less heavy than the other, and there is less risk of one flipping around. So these are the Jockmail XL briefs in black. So all you have to do when you're wanting to put in a packer or the foam insert is to kind of slip it in the top, and then you kind of have this neat little bulge. Another pair of underwear I have been gifted are the Speak Easy briefs that are the L size in black. These are a little bit different to the other ones because they have a zip. They're kind of marketed as underwear that you can hide flasks in. I feel like I've seen a lot of adverts, and even the packaging has an image of someone putting a flask down their pants, or condoms. I'm not sure if they took trans people into account when making these and just didn't realise that these would be perfect for packing with, but if they didn't, then that's a great accident. So with these, you'll just open the zip and put the packer in the top and zip it back up, and it's just a snug little fit. The last thing I got was a yellow medium harness that would specifically be for packers rather than the foam inserts, just because it's got quite small and designated areas. Because packers have a shaft and separate testicles, they'd be able to fit through two separate bits, and that would kind of clamp it in place, whereas with the foam insert it's just one big thing, so it would just fall out if you put it in this. One thing I really like about Trans Guy Supply is that it's really simple, and a lot of the stuff on there is really affordable. I know I've shown quite a lot of prosthetics that are more pricey and less affordable than your average Mr. Limpy or foam insert, but it's good to know that there are different options out there. Again, like I said before, I'll leave all the links in the description for you to check out. If you're interested in the giveaway, I told you it would be a little bit different than the ones I've done before. Essentially, the plan is to host this giveaway on Instagram at Mr. Leo Mateus once I've hit 1,000 followers. I think I'm around 50 followers away from that. It might be different by the time this video goes up. Once I've hit that number, I will post a picture including some of these products to give away to one person in the UK. I'll explain more about the rules on there, but in advance it will be UK based because of shipping costs and things like that, and you'll have to be over 18 because there will be a packer, and you have to be over 18 to buy these things. You'll be getting 2 pairs of pants, a harness, a packer, and a foam insert. So a pretty big giveaway. Usually with my giveaways I like to reach as many people as possible, but I feel like for this one I'd like to do something a bit bigger for someone in particular and just be able to give you everything. If you're not following me on Instagram already, go do that. I always put the link to my social media in the description, so if you're wondering what my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr I think is still there, check the description and you'll find me. I want to say a massive thank you to Trans Guy Supply for providing me with these things and helping me make this video. I also want to thank Oliver, Beck, Sol, Sasha and Jamie for supporting me on Patreon. Your support matters so much to me and I appreciate it every day. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're having a great day and a great week and a great month and a great everything, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Right, off you go. Goodbye. I'm sweating. I feel like there's a fight happening outside. With birds.